in the country is increasing the price of whatever it is that they are selling or services that they are rendering. So how do you put that side by side with what you intend to do with regards to them reversing the price if the reasons they are giving are genuine and they are within their rights to reverse the price? Because in 2015, I remember in 2015, similar situation, and MultiChoice had said that the government does not have the powers to determine its price for it. So what do we do from here?
The truth is that, well, this inquiry is supposed to be today. We invited them. It's supposed to be holding today in our office. I suppose I presume and I know they should answer to that summons. During the investigation, it beholds on us those that are going to engage them to ensure that they look at indices, because they have to make them explain how they came about the price increase and why there should be the price increase and at what rate the price increase is going to be. But to say that the government does not have the right to look into their prices
to fix their prices
is no. I mean, you said that the government
in 2015. In 2015, MultiChoice had said that the government cannot fix or determine its prices.
No, see, we are not saying that we are fixing their price for them. No. But what we are saying is that we must understand the indices, and if the indices does not or is not commensurate with what we feel is the economic difference, we will not approve it. It won't go on. Unless there's every reason for them to show by word and by action that, it is merited. We are all human beings. We live in this same economy and the same society. We know the situation, yes. But what we are saying is that you can't unilaterally, on constant basis, increase your prices without questions. It's not done in any same country.
All right.
It points to one thing. It points to the fact that probably you are the alpha and omega.
But doesn't it appear that way in that? Is that not the reality of things in that industry? Who is a rival to that company in the industry? Nigerians have cried out many a times. I remember it was just, was it 2018, 15 or thereabout, where we even had to take away the monopoly of MultiChoice being the only ones to air football sports programs from the Premier League and name them, because they had that monopoly and nobody else could. And I remember there was some debates in the assembly to try and unbundle that. But what you have just said, is that not the reality? What alternatives do Nigerians have to satellite TV, if not MultiChoice?
I believe, and I know that part of the inquiry. The issue is that our regulatory authority, our regulatory function, pass those, and which is to
we're getting interruptions with the...
Hello? Okay.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
There?
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is focus, and I know that it's comprehensive. It's not just going to be only on the price increment, but I am sure I can assure you that it's also going to cover the aspect of competition and the aspect of dominance in the market space. But then we look at what happens.
All right. I like the fact that you have just mentioned that it would not cover just the pricing. You are going to go beyond that, which brings us to the content. Yes. Many Nigerians are of the opinion that if you are going to increase, some people might not really have the problem, but the content that you give for the amount of monies you want to pay. Somebody says with the movies, there's almost nothing you can get out of it for paying that amount of monies. Are you also saddled with the responsibility of ensuring that the kind of content that they put out would meet the demands of the consumer?
It was part of our inquiry that made them ensure that virtually all the packages will have at least one sports, one news. And also, the fact that you can suspend your subscription for some months and then come back and continue with it.
Hold on. Are you saying this is enforced now? Like, are you saying that subscribers can, yes, who are subscribed to that service can suspend their subscription if they are not going to be around for a particular time, and then when they are around, they resume that subscription?
Oh, yes.
Because many Nigerians are not aware of this. You're just saying it now.
Okay, many Nigerians may not be aware, but it's part of what they have, what they are implementing, not that they have agreed, because it was a long debate. It was part of our regulatory functions to ensure that Nigerians are not forced to. But you need to let them know.
Okay.
You need to inform them.
All right.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir. But just
you're right.
Let me interrupt you there. Just hold your thoughts. Let's take a very short commercial, and then we come back, and you have to analyze this again for us so Nigerians will get the full gist. Here, my name is Ifeemi Andrew. I am still speaking with the FCCPC Zonal Coordinator Uchegbu Chukwuma. Sir, thank you for staying on the line for us.
Thank you.
All right, before we get back to the question, let me remind us that you can be a part of the conversation. We're live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. We're also live on YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. You can also download the Nigeria Info FM app from wherever you are in the world. You can listen to us very simple. Download the app, search for Nigeria Info PH, and that's all you need to do. You don't need anything else except the internet, and you're good to go. All right. And for those who have questions, you can send it to us on WhatsApp 0809-030-6416. We will be opening the phone lines shortly, but there's still more my guest needs to respond to. Before the break, Mr. Chukwuma, I was trying to get you to educate the people more because not many people know that they can have a subscription suspended for a period that perhaps they're not available or around, and then when they return, they continue that subscription. Not many people know about this. And I wanted to also add that after that resolution was reached, the last time you had that meeting with MultiChoice, following the complaints Nigerians had over the price and the contents, who is monitoring to ensure that MultiChoice is properly implementing this? Because I can tell you for free, what you just said now is not what the company advertises. You can't find it on any of their sites. You can't find it on their app, not the sites, their app. Even on the DSTV channels itself, they don't do promo for those like they do for their other promos that they run. When the customer service calls you, they don't even promo and tell you, oh, it's possible that you can subscribe and suspend it. It's almost as though it is a hidden truth. I don't know how to put it, because not an open secret. It's a hidden truth. So who is monitoring to ensure that Nigerians know this and that this is properly implemented?
Okay, then I want to let you know that when that agreement was reached, it was in the information space. That is part of the packages that they offer, that you can write and suspend your subscription. However, unfortunately, when you are not aware of your rights, you cannot ask for it, or you cannot even try to get it. Let me give you an example. You give an old woman a check, and what she sees is a piece of paper. She doesn't know that that piece of paper has value of money. For her, she can keep it and just keep it by her bedside, and then it will stay there and stay 1 year, 2 years. But it only if you inform her that, Mama, you need to take this piece of paper to the bank for it to become money, that it will become money in her hand. So it was there in the information space, unless maybe you don't know. No,
it's not because I don't know. I'm of course very much aware of it, but this is the point I'm trying to make, because the question is for the many Nigerians, and you would agree that many Nigerians don't know. Now, Mr. Chukwuma, if I can put it in proper perspective so you understand, the MultiChoice and DSTV have promos that they do for their different packages when they have bonuses. The intensity in which those promos are being carried out, I'm not saying that DSTV did not, put that up once in a while. They did after the agreement. Of course they did. And that was the end of it. I'm talking the intensity of it. You would agree that it's not there. It's almost like that was done to fulfill all righteousness the one time it was done. The changes in these prices are propagated everywhere, and it's done consistently. There was a package they do, you pay for one package and they move you up to the next package. You need to see the heavy publicity on that one, on the app, on everything. It's you see everywhere. Why wasn't same intensity used to inform Nigerians that, oh, we have this now? That's the point I'm making. Not because I don't think that they didn't, but that is not the case, and so many Nigerians would not know.
Okay, well, the issue is, for you put your money where you feel that you are going to make money. It's a law that is binding on them, but it's not the part of the agreement is not that you must that they must continue to emphasize on it through the air and pay for it through the air for people to know. But I know that when it was agreed, it was generally put out there.
Yes, it was at that time.
Nothing actually owns them or buys them. That we must continue to advertise it. But it's not binding. But as far as it's a package, it's a package. So
Okay.
the man choose, it's just like a human being who chooses the area that benefits him. Everyone will want to choose the area that is important to him. So the areas that are important to them will be the area of more subscription and more subscription.
All right.
It is our right. It's just like the laws that I was trying to quote. You have a right to return goods. Many people don't know. You have a right to return to switch your box as far as it's going to be in the same manner with which you bought that goods. You have the right. It's your privilege. You have the right to cancel your booking. So those things are right. But that you don't know, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
All right. I'd like to just take our minds back to 2021 and give us an idea of what the prices had been and the changes we've experienced. As at 2021, the DSTV premium was about 18,400. 2022 premium became 21,000. 2023 it became 29,500. 2024 premium became 37,000, and now 2025 from March 1 the idea is that it will become 44,500. If in the past years all of those increases were not reversed despite all the meetings, what is the confidence that this is the one that would then change?
Well, the issue is, that they have tried something. Some of them came out of even regulatory understanding. But in this one, we are saying that there is no regulatory understanding. There is nobody that we were not carried. The consumers were not carried along. They just came up, and it just, this information, this price increment information, they came out. So we are saying that it is not possible for them just to arise on their own, agree by themselves, and then increase it. No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in any sane society. So we are going to start today.
So
something will come out of
Mr. Chukwuma, are you saying that the bone of contention is the fact that people were not carried along before reaching this conclusion, or is the bone of contention the fact that the price is too high and we need it to be reversed?
No, the price is too high. One, and secondly, there was no form of negotiation. It is when you come to negotiation table that people say, okay, I think we can understand that it can be this or it can be that. But for you to unilaterally, on your own, just give us information and then that's it. Boom. No. I don't think it will work.
So, in other words, the FCCPC, for this inquiry, you would also be looking at suggesting a price that you think is fair. It means you agree with the increase, but you're not agreeing with the price that they have chosen.
And the system with which they did it.
All right.
We don't agree with that, and we don't also agree with the way, with the manner, and the frequency every year. The frequency. I mean,
because I just gave you a data from 2021 to 2025, and they've been annually increasing the prices. And if you say that meetings have been held, and in all those years, the prices that were taken were what it was, nothing changed, no difference was made, Nigerians will be wondering, it means that we have no choice, but we are going to deal with an increase in price this year as well. Okay, let's open the phone lines and get some of the listeners.
Can I correct something? I didn't say that in the subsequent ones, especially in the last two that we invited them, no.
Why weren't they invited for the last two?
Remember, there was a time we invited them and they went to court, right? They went to court. So at the time we were in court with them, and I know that matter has been put to rest. You may not. There are a lot of things that have been going on that. But it's clear now about the powers we have and what our capacity and what we have, and we have also increased in our capacity on our inquiry. So these things are coming. It's time.
Okay.
Now stand to know this must happen and that must happen.
All right. On X, there's a poll we have running on X. We need to know if you still would be using the service despite the planned increase. Let us know what your thoughts are on X. There's a poll. We'll be taking the results of that poll before we conclude the show. And then you can call us now on 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0002. This question, let me put it out there. The content, many people are concerned about what they watch when they pay. I'm not talking of the channels now. I'm talking of the content, because you go on X and you would find a lot of people saying, oh, we should pay 44,000 premium, and then you'll be showing me movies of 1982 or movies of 1996 or movies of... Are those things something that also can be regulated? Would get your response. But first, Isaiah and Buguma, quickly, good morning.
Andrew, yes, let me also greet your guest. You see, it's like you just spoke my mind. The question I wanted to put out is that most of the things we are paying for in this country, they are not in tandem with what actually we have in mind before embarking on those payments. In this country, you pay for a thing and they give you something actually different. So I think just as you have put out that question, your guest to be able to come out with a point and make us to feel, because we need to, everyday knowledge is increasing, science increase. The globe is now very, is very familiar with and is trending with what is actually happening. And people really want to get more advanced and to know what is happening in other parts of the world, to make comparison and to see how you can also make a change in out of what is happening, because you can't.
All right, Isaiah, your question is noted. Let's go to Dr. Chris in Port Harcourt. Dr. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, 92.3.
Yes.
Well, it's with a big disdain and disappointed with our current government, federal government, I mean, that in less than 6 months, they will allow this MultiChoice called DSTV and the GoTV to be taxing their people as if they are taxing us as if they are slave masters. It's unfortunate. I use DSTV. I have used DSTV for more than 20 years. And the way they keep, increasing their tariff is appalling. Remember that Nigerian government does not increase salary as such. I don't know what is happening. When you pay for 4 units for 1,000, you buy fuel for 1,000, and salary does not increase. And these people are coming up with their taxation. I learned in South Africa where these things come from. People pay on what they want to watch. But because they're in Nigeria where we don't have a good government, we don't have good leadership, they make us face this indiscipline and indiscriminate payment of DSTV. I wish Nigerians, just as Nigerians were very indocile people, I wish Nigerians would boycott this DSTV and GoTV for 1 week. Let's see whether they will not bring back the price down. But it's unfortunate that
all right, Dr. Chris,
where we don't have a good government, government.
Thank you, Chris. Let's go to Donald in Transamadi. Donald, good morning.
Daniel, good morning.
All right, Daniel, go on, please.
For me, Andrew, the invitation of the DSTV to whatever agency in Nigeria will not stop the increment. That's just the fact. Some of these agencies have been inviting, when there's increment, you see them speedily, they will invite some of these companies. At the end of the day, nothing comes out from it. I remember even the National House of Assembly inviting PhD or whatever ED. Today, go and buy your unit before 30 minutes is over. Nothing happened. But that in itself, I don't even want to go there. it looked like over the years they will just rush down to media, say that I'm writing the speculation, which is not a fact on my own. Those are behind. The reason for this speculation is not to money from the company and allow them to do their job. Speculation knowledge, not a fact. And you look at that what it is. Because if they continue to invite people at the end of the day, we the masses were not seeing anything. What's the importance of the invitation? Because whether we like it or not, this thing will stand. God will it. There is nothing anybody can do about it. You have a choice as an individual. If either you subscribe or you leave it. But will it stand? It has to stand. And there's nothing these agencies will do. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's get on to Osaro. Osaro is in Egbelu. Good morning, Osaro.
Yes, good morning.
Go on.
Yeah, I think this whole thing is practical. Because about 2-3 years ago or 2 years ago, the price of a cup of rice was not more than 200 naira. And all these things have increased. Nothing has changed from these service providers. The cost of fuel and everything has tripled. And it's reality. You don't expect them to, continue where they were. Is it because there are international companies coming here to do business? But the reality tells on everybody. Everything has increased. So you expect them to remain where they are in a place where they came to do business. My brother, it is not about them increasing their prices. Our government should know that any change would have a ripple effect on everything. And these people employ people. You have increased minimum wage twice. First to 30,000 and now to 70-something thousand. And you expect them to comply. Meanwhile, everything, the charges should remain the same. Then it means that they are paying a lot to have moved. Because people may have been sucking them so dry in this country, and they have no other option than to fall back to the public. And the public at this time is supposed to, push this drive to make government regulate things that won't affect the ordinary man. This is my view. This is not about these service providers.
All right, Osaro. So from your perspective, it's the government. All right. Obina Irebe, good morning.
Yes, Ifemi Andrew, good morning to you.
All right, good morning.
You see, I put it to the FCCPC man that this price regime of MultiChoice has come to stay. They are not going to do anything about it. This is not the first time. At the end of the day, nothing happens. Even recently, during the increment of telecom tariffs, Nigerians are protesting. What come out at the end of the day? The fact remains that all these regulatory agencies who are in charge of all these things, they are not doing their work. It's either they have compromised their stance or they don't know what they are doing. As a matter of fact, this new price they are talking about now, who told them on what criteria did they determine the increment? What is the yardstick for the determination of the increment? You see that they just woke up one day and fixed price. And this issue of monopoly, MultiChoice everywhere, they have DSTV, they have Go TV. Every other pay TV that comes around will not succeed in Nigeria. Why is it that we cannot look into all these things? So I think that these are the reasons why DSTV and their brother Go TV are thinking that they are God and that they can do anything.
All right, one more. Kurt from Uniport, and then we go back to my guest as we conclude. Kurt, good morning. Quickly, please.
Yeah, good morning. My concern, all Nigeria have understand that everything have increased. But my concern is this. If we subscribe Go TV or DSTV, even if I do not watch it for 3 months, let my subscription remain. Don't tell me that it has expired. That is where the cheating is coming from. Because they cannot pay me salary now, and I have not finished spending my money. After 1 month, they told me that my money has expired. That is a fraud. So the company should also do well to go and rethink and bring other machines.
All right, Kurt. If I don't know if you have been listening, I have to interrupt you because of the time. But you can call if you have a subscription and you know you will not be around for a couple of days or weeks. You have to let the company know, and they would have to halt. They would pause your subscription until the time you've given to them, and then they resume it. Mr. Chukwuma, quickly, let's get your thoughts as we wrap up in 1 minute. Many have said that the government is the fundamental problem. Do you agree with that? Because the monopoly in the system, we've had other satellite TV services come into this country locally. They didn't work. They could not stand the test of time. People say the government, if our policies in the government and who should do what they should do what they need to do, we shouldn't be having all of these things.
Okay. If you go to the statement that was made by our director, he said that FCCPC is deeply concerned that Nigerian consumers continue to face frequent price increases and accusations that MultiChoice applies different pricing strategies in other markets, tightening questions about fairness and market abuse. So I'm part of what, like I told you before, I said that the action that we are taking follows MultiChoice formal notification of price adjustment, which raises concerns about recurrent unilateral price hikes, potential market dominance abuse, and perceived anti-competitive prices in the pay.
All right, Mr. Chukwuma.
No, I know somebody who said that the government is not doing anything, but I want to assure you that we are going to do something about it.
All right, thank you very much. We would keep in touch with you. We don't have any more time. We'll keep in touch with you after the inquiry today to find out what resolutions were reached. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. God bless.
If you look at the poll on X, you would find that 78.8% of Nigerians have said they would no longer use the services of MultiChoice. Well, I think that answers a lot. My name is Ifeami Andrew. Hello, Port Harcourt is next.
It's time to switch up your streaming and social media experience.